Welcome to On The Beat, everyone. I'm Troy Thompson, and today I'm joined by the wonderful chiropractor, Dr. David Allen, of course, from Allen's Chiropractic Centre. And we're talking all about the different types of care you can expect from a chiropractor. We want to clear up some of the misconceptions. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
All right, I'm great. But before we get into the different types of care, I want to ask you one question off the cuff.
Go ahead.
If someone's sitting at home right now and is afraid of a chiropractor, your response?
My response is, if you are not afraid of taking an aspirin, then you should not be afraid of me, okay?
I like that. That's such a great answer. I love it. I want to talk a little bit about acute care.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Acute care is an initial care plan that we do when somebody comes in with a significant injury. Okay, typical injuries might be disc or facet joint. Very little muscle pulls come into my office. They normally go away on their own. But when you get an acute injury of a facet joint or a disc, which is really common, these tissues are slow healers. They do not have a blood supply, so they heal slowly, and it is very important that you keep motion in the area while it's healing. So in a standard acute care plan, we'll come in, we'll do x-rays, we'll do a total orthopedic evaluation, range of motion studies, and we'll put that person in a little plan following stages of healing of musculoskeletal soft tissue. Meaning we might see them daily for the first 2 or 3 days, and then we might see them 3 times a week for 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how quickly they're coming along.
Well, when you say something like that, people sitting at home going, oh my gosh, this sounds a lot of pain. Right. Or is this something that I want to get involved in? But what you're saying is, what's your ideal goal throughout this acute plan?
Our ideal goal is to get your pain under control and get your injury fixed, okay?
Yeah.
We have been brainwashed in this society thinking our symptom is our problem, okay?
I like that.
Now, many people, their first symptom of heart disease is sudden death with a heart attack. They had major heart problems before they ever had their heart attack, but they didn't know about it because they didn't have typical symptoms. Yeah. And when you get injured, quite often, the first thing to go away is the pain, but the tissue hadn't healed up yet.
Correct.
Okay? So our first goal, because you're hurting, we want you to stop hurting, is to get your pain under control, and then we want to get the tissues healed up where you can go on about your business without relapsing and turn around and come back and hurting it worse.
Is that what you mean by the underlying issue?
Well, underlying issues can be numerous, okay?
Right.
You can have an underlying bad spinal position, you can have degenerative change, you can have any number of things, but the tissues take a certain amount of time to heal. And all we do is set up a care plan, depending on the type of injury you have, to address that, to get it not only pain-free, but stabilized where you can go on about your life.
Look, chiropractic work has come so far over the years. Talk to me about some of the options when it comes to treatment plans.
Well, typically we'll have the acute care like I just discussed. Yeah. We'll have corrective care. There's some people that have really bad spinal positions that are causing all their problems.
When you say spinal position, explain just a few at home so people can understand.
Well, you have a normal spinal position just like you have a normal heart rate, blood pressure, or temperature. Okay. We're supposed to be straight up and down in the front, and we're supposed to have these 3 natural curves in the side view. Now, when you deviate from these positions, let's talk about the neck real quick, because that's one of the most common. Do you know anybody that does this all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, we sit on text message all day long with your head flexed to your chest, and people will lose their natural neck curve. This takes the pressure off the joints where it's supposed to be, places it onto the disc where it's not supposed to be, and they begin to degenerate, and eventually we start getting cricks in our neck and headaches and all this other stuff. Now, once you get a bad neck position, you have to go through acute care to get your pain under control, but there's corrective procedures that involve postural corrective adjusting, postural corrective exercises, and extension traction to address all the tissues necessary to restore your curve and ultimately fix your problem and not let it just turn around and come back.
Okay, there's something else about palliative care, but before we get to that, we're running out of time.
Yes, sir.
Do these care systems that you have in place covered by insurance?
Most insurance covers chiropractic care.
Brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
If you want to find out more information about Dr. Allen and Allen Chiropractic, there it all is up on the screen. Give them a call. Stop trying to adjust your own neck. Back after this short break.